Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we are upgrading my steering wheel to an Alcantara one. We're also doing the shift boot with the e-brake handle, and we're also doing the e-brake boot in Alcantara. So let's take a look at the pieces that we're installing, and then we can jump into the install of the steering wheel. Alright, so here we're looking at the steering wheel of the E46, and what we're going to do is we're going to take out the airbag from this steering wheel, and I'll show you guys on the other steering wheel what you have to do. But there are two little slots in the back of the steering wheel, one right here and another one right here, and you just have to push in a screwdriver to unhook the pins on the inside, and then you can pop this out. Another thing to note is make sure that your car battery is unplugged when you're doing this, because it's an airbag, and there are two connectors on the back. These two connectors on the back are what we have to disconnect. So on the back of this connector, there's a little plastic notch right here, and you want to raise this up like I did here. And once it's raised up, you can actually just unpin it. Same goes for this black one. There we go. Now that we've unpinned it, we can safely remove the airbag from the steering wheel. This is the hex bolt that we have to take off to remove the steering wheel. Now that we have the three connectors up here disconnected and the bolt is out, we can remove the steering wheel. Also to note, the steering wheel right here does have a line in the center, as well as the spline on the inside, but it's also make sure that your steering wheel is centered before you take it off, because it just makes your life a lot easier lining it back up. So now we're going to just remove it, and there we go. Alright, new steering wheel is going on. There we go. Now we have the three connectors right here, but before we do that, we're going to undo the trim pieces on the other steering wheel to transfer over to this one. Put this back on and tighten it. There are 4 screws that have to be undone or screwed back on. 2 of the screws are right here. You access them from the back. And then 2 more on the inside. They are right there where these 2 screws are. So this screw and that screw have to be undone so you can reattach this trim piece onto the steering wheel. So we got the bolt back on. It takes 62.5 Newton meters to put this bolt on, or 46 foot-pounds. That's what you're supposed to torque it to. Once you've torqued it, now we can reconnect the airbag, and all you have to do is push the airbag in and it is secured, and that's all you have to do. After that, your new steering wheel is installed and you're ready to take the car for a test drive and feel how your new steering wheel feels. We're going to start by taking the shift knob off. Be careful while taking this off, because I almost knocked myself out just now when I was trying to pull this off. And then we're going to take this cover off, and there's a switch in the back we got to take apart. The next piece we're working on is taking off the shift boot, and it's pretty simple. You go on the back and you just push out these pins right here, and you can pop it right out like that. Since I want to use the same plastic clips, I have to take off the leather, and I'm going to gently peel off the leather, and I do have some leather and suede glue that I'm going to use to attach the Alcantara back onto the boot, and then it should look nice and OEM. Alright, so I've taken off the e-brake shift boot, and that's pretty simple. You just remove it, but this part is a lot harder, and what you have to do is you have to wiggle it left and right like this until it starts moving up. So I just wanted to show you guys how to take off the e-brake. But yeah, so we're gonna just keep wiggling it left and right, kind of creating some torquing in the handle, and that way it can loosen up just enough for us to pull it off. It is kind of tight, so it takes a little bit to do, but you just have to be patient. Off goes the handle, and now that the handle is off, we can swap it for a new one and see how that looks. So now it is time to install the e-brake boot, and to do that, we're going to turn it inside out. Make sure it's going on the right way, and we're going to pull it over the e-brake handle. Once we've done that, we're going to align this portion of the e-brake handle with this groove on this boot piece, with this groove on the bottom right here, as you can see, that groove right there. And the reason we're doing that is because this groove right here is where the zip tie will go to secure the new boot. And this is how BMW also did it, as you guys saw in the disassembly. So let me secure the zip tie in the meantime. Alright, now that the zip tie is secured in that groove, we put that little notch on the bottom so it's not really in contact when you're touching the e-brake handle from the outside. We're gonna move this back, make it look nice right there, and now we can put this bracket back in, and we are done with the e-brake. Let me just secure it with two hands, just make sure I don't break the bracket, since it is kind of harder to get this bracket, and then I'll show you guys the end result. And that's it for today's video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. As always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.